This is me, Magic Mary, and my friend, my longtime friend of over 46 years, Sue. Can I say your maiden name? Organsky Crane. Do you have a different last name now, or Sue
Nope,
Organsky Crane?
that's it.
And this is from Baldwinsville,
New
New
York.
York.
Yep.
And we were friends in 1978 when we
Yes.
were both at the SUNY, State University of New York, Geneseo College, State College.
Yep.
So I'm very, very thankful that you were up for coming on this podcast because you have a lot of memories that I don't remember. And I have
Mm-hmm.
a few memories that, we haven't talked about probably in a long time. But I am so thankful that after all these years, and even when we saw one another, what, 3 years ago in Florida, 2 years ago in
Yep.
Florida when you first got your
RV.
RV?
Mm-hmm.
RV, yeah, yeah.
We were both in
So
Disney World, right? We
we
were
were
close
what?
to both of us were in Disney World at the
Yes.
same. Yeah.
Yep, yep. So small world, small world. Even after all these years, this is a friend that it will always be my friend.
Yes.
So tell us, Sue, what was one of your early memories of me?
You really want me to go there? You really
Sure,
do?
yeah,
Can I say?
yeah,
Can I? I really can say anything that I want.
yes,
Okay.
yes. We can
So
edit.
my earliest memory of Mare was when I here. You know, it just came back to me. It just from like this cobweb flew
Good,
apart in my
good.
brain.
Cleared
So I
away.
think, so I really think that my earliest memory of you was walking in the halls of our dorm, and I want to say it was Steuben, but it might have been Niagara. I can't remember which one was which. But we were walking down the hall, and you stopped me and said, "Hey, I'm Mayor Halsey," and I said, "Hey, I'm Sue Organsky." And after that, and I think it was because we were both walking down the hall to do our laundry. And yes, and that's
I'm
exactly how we
beginning to
met.
remember that. I'm beginning
Yes.
to remember
And
that.
and that is how we met. And then we realized that we had a lot in common. I had a roommate that wasn't great. You had a roommate that wasn't great. So we really kind of hung out together, and
Yep.
we would we would smoke together, and we played freaking foosball like it was nobody's
You're my
business.
foosball. I'm the back. I'm really good at being the back, and you were really
I
good at being the front.
I know. So we went to or what is it? Uncle, not Uncle Waldo's. What was the other one? Gentleman Jim's, or one of the bars in Geneseo. I can't remember what it is right now. And
It
we
was
would
full of
play.
bars.
I know it was. I was. They're not there anymore. But we would play foosball, and that's really how we became very, very good friends. And
Yes.
we took a adventure. I'm all about adventures. And we drove
We
down
had a
the
lot of
road
adventures.
in a snowstorm in her Pinto. What did you call it?
Pearl, the pumpkin
Pearl.
colored Pinto, my
Yes,
mother's car.
her mother's car, Pearl. And we
So
when
they
we
would
got
go to Florida. They would go to Florida for the winter. And
that
this
just came.
is the winter. I
Yes,
had the Pinto. And
yes.
Leroy is only about 30, 35 miles from Geneseo. But it's all back roads and it's, there's some I remember being
Mountainous.
fascinated when my dad could find his way, like, because you're on these really back roads. And I was
Yes,
like, when
yes.
I can do this, I'll know that I'm. And
Yes. And
so
we stayed at your house one time, Mayor, and your cat was like a kamikaze cat through the doors of the room that I was sleeping in, no matter, because I'm allergic to cats. And
you
I would
shut the
close,
door and
and
he's
I
like,
shut the door, and he would barrel through that door, jump on my bed, and I'm like, Mayor, we got to do something about this cat. Remember that? Yes.
and I'm like, take a Benadryl, take a Benadryl.
take a Benadryl. Oh my God, that's hilarious. That's so. See how they all come back? They all come after 46 years. Look at that.
Wow,
So never,
46 years. So we were
yeah,
talking, our
yes,
hair looks quite a bit alike now. We got the
it
part
does.
down the side, the
And mine's
little
so gray.
Veronica Lake peekaboo
Yeah,
haircut going on.
I know. But mine is very gray. Yours isn't as gray as mine, but
Mine's gray. It's get.
is
I
that,
love the gray.
I love
I'm
gray
really
too.
glad
Ah,
I'm not. I went through some crazy shit.
yeah, you do. Some
Royal
purple.
blue and
Yes.
maroon.
And I loved it. I
I
loved that.
like it now.
I did.
So Pearl, the pumpkin colored Pinto.
Yes.
We're heading down the road, just going about 45, 50, maybe 50. Yeah, you didn't go too fast in this car.
Yes,
Heading
you.
down, not realizing it's snowing, but I'm from the Buffalo, around Buffalo. I'm pretty good in the snow. All of a sudden, we hit black ice, and the car does a 360 or a 720 or whatever it is twice,
Right.
and we're facing. It stopped.
The
Well,
other
we
direction, up the
in
hill.
the opposite direction, but
Yeah.
nobody was coming. There were no cars around us.
Nothing. Nothing.
It was a miracle. It was
I know.
honestly a miracle. I didn't see my life flash before my eyes, but I did feel the adrenaline
Yeah.
surge, and
Yeah.
then like my whole body was like jelly.
Yeah. And all it was my parents are thinking, I'm thinking to myself, my parents would be like, what in the hell was she thinking?
With
And then,
all of this in this car besides ourselves. Yes.
yes.
Black
And then
beauties.
once you got you got composure, you did that belly laugh of yours, like, oh my God, we're okay, we're okay, we're okay. And I think that's the night that your cat attacked me. I do. Because we ended up going back to Leroy and we stayed at your house because we felt, all right, that's probably the best place for us to be because your parents were in Florida. And this cat
Yep.
was just gonna like, yeah,
Oh,
make sure he
that's
made my life.
funny.
Wasn't his
I
name Teddy?
forgot.
Was your
Is
cat's
what?
name Teddy? No. Why would there be a cat in your parents' house though if they were in Florida? That doesn't make sense. That doesn't make
My
sense.
brother was around, so
Oh,
he
okay.
took care of the cat. And
Okay.
I just came home on the weekends. Now,
Oh,
here's a memory I have.
okay.
And it was 1980. It was the
Hey,
Russians and the United
hey,
States
hey. Yeah.
hockey,
Yes.
playing hockey.
Yes.
We were at bars, different bars going around.
We were at Uncle Waldo's.
And after they won, America won, we went out into the streets. Everybody poured out of the bars into the streets. And
You
Geneseo has a fountain. I
mm-hmm.
don't think it's there anymore, but it was a fountain
The
with a
fountain.
pole. And at the top of the pole is a bear. And USA, USA, we're number one. We're number one. In a mob. We're a mob. Well, people get up into the fountain because it was dry, but
Yep.
and they're starting to like, I don't know, press against. All of a sudden, that freaking thing came down. It grazed my head. I
Yeah.
had an egg on my head. It fell on and broke someone's leg,
I know who
a
that was.
girl's leg.
Luann.
Huh?
Her name was
Who?
Luann.
You
She was
remember who it
I
was?
know exactly who it was because it was Karen's really good friend and she was from Binghamton. Her name was Luann Miller. It broke her leg. Yes. Yes.
My God, this is so cool. Not
Oh,
cool that, but
no.
that you can
No.
actually put a freaking name to the
Yeah.
lady that had her leg broken.
She broke her leg. Yep.
And
Yep.
what did we do? I went to a bar and I asked them for some ice. I put the ice on my head. I did have a headache. And we
I
went to another party.
Yes, we did. And I did not get on the fountain, just so you know. I stayed to the side and I rescued people. But then once the ambulance guy came, Mary and I took off and went to another party. I think it was at a frat house, if I recall.
I probably.
I don't know,
So, oh my God, you weren't part of, you were part of it, but from,
but
you
not
got to see it all. You saw that
I
thing go. Psh,
I wa- I watched you tackle the bear. You were there. I watched you tackle the bear. But
wow.
it is a memory, a good memory that I have for sure.
So you were mentioning um that there was a time when
Yeah.
we were talking about, well, I'll just say it. I didn't know if I liked boys or girls. I liked everybody. And I still do. I just basically love everybody. But
Yes.
for me, I have a preference, and it
Yes.
was women, but I had not experienced that yet. And much as I tried with you, cuddle, 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 you're
Massage,
like,
massage,
Mary,
massage.
come on, Mary.
Skin, rabbit skin, rabbit skin. All right, we won't go
She
there.
took me for a walk across the tundra of
Yep.
Geneseo State University campus. We sat on a hill.
Oh
She
my God.
looked at me and very, very calmly said, "You know, I think you're a lesbian." I was like, "No, please, no." I think I started to cry
I think we
because
both. I think we both
I'd
did.
already had a crush on this girl in New Zealand. I did the same thing with her, cuddled with her, and you know, tried probably tried to touch a boob or two. Oh God, we
But
had some good
remember,
times.
anybody that's listening to this, this was in 1978. This is
Yes,
people weren't open about this yet, and people weren't
yeah.
accepting this yet. And it's not that I didn't accept you for what you were.
Oh no, you love me
I
anyway. You
I
know.
I just think that we had to figure out what was happening, because it was
Mm.
something different for both of us. You know what?
And the thing is, if it's not for you, that's fine too.
Yes, no,
And
for
I
sure.
kind of like think about how much I pressure I probably tried to exert, like, just to be. So um obviously it didn't. Did you have boyfriends at the time? I mean, were you seeing anybody?
Not at that time. I was not. No, no. I was kind
Mm.
of at that point in college. I was just living the college life and hanging out with a roommate that gave an amazing back rub, Mare.
That's where the name came from. Magic Mary
Magic Mary.
is
Remember the
the
time?
method.
I don't remember where we were. I think we were might have been in Florida, and we walked around the bar, and you gave people back rubs to buy us both drinks, and we got
That could have
wasted
been
away.
that that could have been about at Swain ski area.
No, we did that. You did that too. No, we were somewhere warm, and I want to say it was either in Florida or Savannah, somewhere between the two. And we would walk in this bar, and you say to people, "And I'm going to give you a massage. I'm going to massage your neck, and you have to buy my friend Sue and I a beer." And we got wasted because you would have your magic fingers on people's neck. I,
Well,
I just,
so
yeah.
when I was
Anyway,
13, and
yeah.
my brother Ted was 13 years older than me. So what the heck? He was what, 26?
Wow.
And he had a place out on a Wacka Trail in Leroy,
Mm-hmm.
and we'd sit around the campfire, and this was when I was like, they would pass around the bottle of tequila, and I would like follow the bottle around the table,
I love
and
tequila.
we just really and would break apart large amounts of herb and
Mhm,
and
mhm.
partake, and I would just like have them like putty in my hands. It was like
Yes,
I just I do this thing. It was like walking on the yellow pages, and then later I developed the vibration technique.
yeah.
And you know, I never went to school for it. I never got I never even took anatomy. It was kind of like everybody's the same, but everybody's different. To a certain extent, you have to make it. And I felt like I had little, because my eyes would be closed, but I could see with my fingertips
Yes.
where it needed to be and how
Yeah.
much pressure and stuff. So that was where Magic Mary, I called myself. Interestingly, I called myself Magic Mary. Later on, I called myself the Funky White Sister. So I have a tendency to
Yeah.
name myself.
I know that, but that was like 40 years later. That was a
Yeah,
long
no,
time
yeah, it was a
after.
long time
After.
later.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
But so yeah, Magic Mary, I've been Magic Mary for a really long time. And if I think back as to how many backs I've touched and people like getting
Oh,
rid of
sure.
headaches or uh menstrual cramps or I
Oh my God, I wish you were here right now because my neck is killing me. But you know what
ah
else? I think you are a hand person. I'm just gonna go there. No, don't have to take anything more than that. Because you had that freaking piece of sheepskin, or was it lambskin? Right? What the hell was that?
rabbit skin. I
Rabbit skin. And you would just fondle that, if that's the right word. I'm not even sure. But you would just put it between and constantly rub that and rub that and rub that. And here's the ironicness of that whole thing. My middle daughter, still to this day, and she's going to be 40 in October, has a piece of a blanket that she got when she was born that she
mm.
still fondles with her. Like, she has to go to sleep rubbing this blanket. And her husband is like, Ashley, you're like, I can't deal with this anymore. But she is all about that. And I always said to her when she was a baby, oh my God, you're Mary Halsey. You're on Mary Halsey because she would do the same thing with that you would do, and she still
Come
has
say hi, honey.
that freaking piece of blanket to this day. And I'm gonna be honest, it's probably like this big. It's not very big. It used to be a huge blanket, but now it's like
Just
this
come
big.
say
And
hi.
she showed me it the other day, and I said, Ashley, seriously, it's like ridiculous. Hi, Pam.
Can't hear you, but
Oh,
hello, hello.
hi, Pam. I'm so glad
I
that you're healthy, wealthy, and wise again.
glad you're healthy, wealthy, and wise.
I'm happy.
So, was there something other story that we talked about that we definitely have to include? Oh, the other time we, after my experience with a young man named Kevin,
Heaven, Kevin. My
I
God.
had,
But Heaven,
but
Kevin was gorgeous. I was just your roommate.
he was
So,
gorgeous,
yeah.
but I don't know that. I think we just partied, and I cannot
Oh,
honestly remember
we all
anything.
partied all night long and you were missing. And I said to Karen, our other friend, I'm like, where the heck did Mary go? And she said, I'm not sure. And then all of a sudden you walk out of this room with him. And we were just going, oh my God. So
Oh my God, I don't
everybody
remember this.
everybody at Geneseo would have given their right arm to be in a bedroom with Heaven Kevin, and freaking Mary Halsey's in there with them. So we were
Ah,
just thinking, holy shit. So now we leave this party, or we leave whatever we were doing, and the sun is starting to come up, and we have to walk across the campus, which we called the tundra because it was so freaking cold. You want to just, like,
yep.
chop your head off. And we're walking across it, and we sit on this little knoll, and we look over to the east, and the sun is coming up, and it's just over the valley, and it's just
It was
spectacular. One
beautiful.
of the things I loved about Geneseo was absolutely beautiful. And that was the moment, and we sat there, and we started singing Here Comes the Sun by the Beatles. And it happens to be one of my favorite songs ever. And every time
Ah,
I ever hear it, I think of that, where we were sitting there singing Here Comes the
ah.
Sun. But I
I'm
want to
gonna
give you,
sing it again. I'm gonna sing it now. I'm gonna make
yes,
it one of my
you need
karaoke
to. You need
songs.
to. And one other memory, though, that the three of us, you, me, and Karen, who's not on this call, but we were uptown, and we called it uptown because when you left the campus of Geneseo, you had to walk up the hill to get to down to drinking and all that stuff. But coming home, you had to walk downhill. You had to go downhill. So we
I
we
remember
came,
this.
yes, we came home one night and we're going downhill, and all of a sudden the three of us slip, and it's like icy and it's snowy and it's freezing, and we slide all the way to our dorm in the mud and the snow
Yes.
and the yuck. And we
Yep.
got to the bottom of this great big hill that we did
Probably
not plan on
laughing our
doing,
asses off.
laughing our asses off, and our hands were stuck in mud up to our wrists, and laugh, 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 laugh. It was one of the best memories I have of Geneseo. That was amazing. And oh my God, here we go. And then we walked into the dorm to wash off our hands from the mud, and there was toothpaste stuck on the sink. And you started talking like Rosanna Dana.
Rosanna Banana Dana. You know when there's toothpaste stuck
Toothpaste
and you
stuck.
have
This is
leave
so
it
true.
to you to
I do remember Roseanne Banana Dana.
coming
Man,
home drunk
Ben,
and
we
I
were
had
Stu Ben. Yes,
remember
you did. Yes, and you
I
take
open up
us. Yes, it
I
was
had keys to the bomb
the bomb
shelter.
shelter, and we went down there.
And
I was
I'm like,
scared
and they're
shitless.
walking screaming girls, drunk
Yes.
screaming girls. I
Me, I
laughed
was
my
one of
ass
them.
up.
I was one of them. I'm like, oh my God, Mary, get us out of here. Holy shit. Yes, it
Hand
was.
waving.
I know.
And
Oh my God,
that's what I
yes.
remember.
I know. That was scary. That was weird and very scary. You know what? And now, you really do want something like that because you just never know when the end of the world's going to happen.
People are prepping all over the place
I
now.
know, all
Yeah.
over the place. And honestly, if it does happen, I just want to die. I don't want to be a part of it. But back then, you wanted to be a part of it. So it's all good. It's all good.
Yeah,
Life
it's
was
all
so
good.
simple
I
then, though,
wonder
if you
if
think
those
about it.
fucking crackers are still in there.
Oh, they might be. Oh, no, who the hell knows? I wonder if they even
Yeah.
know that there is a fallout shelter anymore. I don't know. That would be a great
We
thing
we need
to
about
do.
4 more minutes, so if
All
that's
right,
cool with
all
you,
right. I'll give you
you go
four more
ahead.
minutes, Mayor, and
Yeah.
then we're all right. Oh,
See, now
shoot!
I don't talk
I
about.
know. Can we
So
talk about our trip to Florida and back? When we did the
I
bicycle bill for two? Oh, sure. Yeah. Uh
that
huh.
was another short.
Yeah, but let's not go there because it wasn't me.
Oh
Just
wait,
telling you, it wasn't me.
hold on.
So I do remember. Let me think. So
You
I
say
remember a time where we were freshmen and they were having a co-ed soccer game. Remember this? And you
co-ed
were
soccer.
and
Oh
you
yes.
convinced me to play soccer, and I've never played soccer ever in my life. And you were the goalie, and it was like 1-1, and the whole entire game was 1-1, 1-1, 1-1. We had a penalty kick, and you walked up to me and you said, Sue, here's the thing. Here's what you have to do. Because we were at the other end of the field from you.
I'm
And you
in the
said,
goalie. I'm a
go,
goalie, and
I'm at
you're
the other
the.
field from you. And you said, I want you to go down there, and I want Tasha, remember that Russian Tasha girl? She's
Yep.
gonna do a corner kick up in the air, and you're gonna bop the ball in with your head. And I was like, I don't think I can do that. And you said, yes, you can. Yes, you can. So she hit right to me perfectly, and I whacked the ball in the goal. And we ended up winning 2-1. And I started running across the field, and you came towards me, and I thought, oh my God, I'm dead.
Boom.
If this girl knocks me over, I am dead. Because I was a tiny little thing then. I'm not tiny like
Yes,
that
you're
anymore,
still
but
a
I was.
tiny thing.
And you came running to me with full bore, like there was, like you were not going to stop. And I thought, oh my God, she's going to kill me. But she picked me up,
That
grabbed my back 5 different ways, and swung me around. And we ended up winning that soccer game. It was my
was
most
awesome.
valuable sports moment ever because I was never really a sports person. But
We've had a lot of memorable moments, Sue.
I know.
And you've really enlightened me because I was drinking at the time and smoking and
I know.
smoking.
I know.
A lot of those memories they're gone.
I know.
So we got to do this again. This is a lot of fun. Um,
We'll get a
what was
podcast going
I?
and we'll talk about shit. We'll talk about shit from the
Yeah, and
70s.
we'll get Karen on because Karen
Yeah,
will have some other things. But
should be our
I'm
special.
sorry that I ended up going to another school and disappointing you. Um,
I know.
not disappointing you, but
No,
I'm really glad that Karen,
it changed our life, but it made it changed our relationship, but it made my relationship with her that much better. So it's not a
there you
bad thing.
go.
You did not disappoint me. You had things
Yeah,
now in your life in Vermont that I wasn't a part of, and we, you know what, and we rekindled
yeah,
our relationship like you're supposed to do, and that's what life is all about. It's all about
right.
chapters, right?
And
Every
and you know, we did stay in touch because I do
chapter,
remember, Jimmy Crane and all of that. And I
yeah.
came to your 40th birthday.
Yes, you did, and played harmonica on the porch, and it was wonderful. We had a wonderful time. We were just talking about that the other day at my friend Mary.
Really?
You came to that 40th, and we had.
Ah,
I have a picture somewhere. I have to get it. I'll have to get it out. I have to
oh,
try to.
please do. That'd be
I'll,
awesome. I'd love to see some old photos.
I know. I'll have to try to find it when I get home. I'm in Florida now, so I'm not really
Okay.
home. But so if you come back
Yeah.
to Florida, let me know. All right,
Okay.
and
This
we'll.
is Sue Crane, Sue Organsky Crane, everybody. Thank you for being part of my podcast.
And
This is
you're
going to be available on all kinds of places after my Landon Hoxie, my pal and my manager, helps me get it all together. And Sue, thank you so much. You're
oh,
lovely.
oh my God, I love you more than I do. I love you more. And
Love you.
when I hit 1,000 followers, will you let me know so I can say yes, that's me, that's me, that's me, and I'll get my kids to watch and all that kind of fun stuff.
Okay, definitely. We
I
will
love you.
definitely.
Love you. I will talk.